Hello dear students. This is the today's class, that is video class of PUC first year commerce accountancy. So this is the introduction class of accountancy. From the last few videos we have been discussing about some examples of debit and credit under the English system. We have seen a lot of examples under the English system. For that, today's class only I am going to discuss some more examples regarding examples for debit and credit under English system. That is the reason I am standing before the camera along with my camera technician Mr. Mustafa Page. Let us discuss, dear students. We have seen a lot of examples for the debiting and crediting under the English system. So see here, I'll give you one more examples in the today's video class, that is withdrawn cash of rupees 5,000. Withdrawn cash of rupees 5,000 for office use. For office use. So for office use means here for business office use. So keep in mind, dear students, we being an accountant of the business, so we are the representative person of the business. So here we need to work on the behalf of the business only, so not on the behalf of the owner. We are not at all the owners, we are just an accountant of the business. So here we are working as a representative person of the business. Okay, keep in mind. So look here, this example, withdrawn cash of rupees 5,000 for office use. So from where we have withdrawn? So withdrawn cash of rupees 1,000 for office use. So means here withdrawn, the cash has withdrawn from the bank. So for office use. So that is the reason here we need to identify the two activities, two aspects, as one is cash account. Withdrawn cash of rupees 1,000 for office use from the bank. Now it is completed. Okay. Withdrawn cash of rupees 5,000 for office use from the bank. So means the first activity, that is cash account, first aspect, that is cash, another one is bank account. So for office use only we have made drawings, not for the sake of personal use. Look here. So cash comes under real account. Why? Because cash is the thing. So things come under the real account. So as for the real account, here the cash comes in. Cash comes in. So lastly, as per the real account, debit, what comes in? Here the cash comes in. That is the reason we need to debit cash account. So come to this side, the second aspect, that is bank account. Bank, it is the financial institution created by the people or persons. So very important, dear students. So this is also the legal person. Bank is the legal person. It does mean that it comes under personal account. Banker is the person. Yes. So banker is the giver. Lastly, what you call? So credit, the bank account. This is an example for withdrawn cash of rupees 5,000 for office use from the bank. So here we have made the drawings, not the drawings, draws the money of rupees 5,000 for office use from the bank. So here cash come to the business, banker is the giver. So that is the reason cash is the real account. So cash comes in. So as per the real account, cash account is debited. So look here, banker is the person, he comes under personal account. So banker is the giver. As per the personal account, we need to credit the bank account. So like this, I would like to say, I would like to discuss some more examples on these activities. Look here, this one, interest received on bank deposits, interest received on bank deposits of rupees 8,000. This is the example, rough book entry it is. Look here, interest received on bank deposits of rupees 8,000. So keep in mind, dear students, here we had made some bank deposits as you can say the fixed deposits. On such deposits, we have earned the interest of rupees 8,000. That amount has received. Means here we have earned the interest on bank deposits and received of rupees 8,000. Means, so from this rough book entry, we need to identify two aspects. As the first one is cash. Why? Because we have received the money. So we have received the money. So receive the money in the form of on behalf of interest. For earning the interest, we have received the cash. Don't write bank deposits account. So cash account, interest account. So why I have written? I have written as a cash account. Why? Because cash comes in. So after earning the interest as an income and received it, so that cash comes in. So that we have written, I have written here cash account. So cash received on behalf of interest account. So that these two are the twofold aspects of double entry principles. So look here, cash, so which comes under real account. Point number C, here under this cash comes in. So cash comes in. As per the real account, debit what comes in. Here the cash comes in. That is the reason we need to debit the cash account. So look here, the interest, it is an income over here. So interest is an income which comes under nominal account. So as per the nominal account, as you all know the rule of nominal account, debit expenses or losses and credit incomes or gains. So here the interest is an income. It is an income. So that we need to credit. Very important point. So I would like to discuss one more example on this particular rough book entry. Look here. So these are the very important points, dear students. These are the basic stepping stones for construction of accountancy building. So if you come to know all these examples that what I am going to explain over here, so these are very essential. Other than this, you cannot see the building of accountancy. So let us see, interest receivable. Interest receivable on bank deposits of rupees 8,000. So it is just a similar example from the last example. See, in that example we have seen received. Here in this we can see the receivable. Means here we have earned the interest but not yet received, means it is receivable amount. It does mean that in this example, so cash has not come yet, but cash is there in the bank itself, but we have earned the interest amount. So interest amount we have earned but not yet received. So where is that amount? That amount is in bank. So that is the reason we need to write bank account instead of cash account. Why I am writing the bank account? So where is your interest amount of cash? So still it is in the bank only. That is the reason we need to write the bank account. So second point, that is as usual interest account. Very interesting example it is. Look here. So bank, it is the personal. Why? Because it is a legal person. It is the financial institution commenced by the so many people. So that is the reason it comes under. It is an artificial person. It comes under personal account. Personal account. So later on we will discuss about this point. Look here. Here, where is your interest money? Interest money is in the bank, means banker is the receiver here. Banker is the receiver. Receiver. So that we need to write debit the bank account. So come to this side, as I have already discussed in the last example, interest account. Interest, it is a income which comes under nominal account. Nominal account. So it is an income. Interest is an income. So that we need to credit the interest account. As per the nominal account, there is a rule, that is debit expenses or losses, credit incomes or gains. So that here in this example, interest account is an income. That is the reason we need to credit. Okay, dear students, let us see some more examples on this debit and credit. So we have worked on behalf of this interest and bank transaction along with the cash. So now I am going to discuss some more examples on the same rough book entries. Look here. Transfer of cash. Transfer of cash from business bank account to private bank account of rupees, say for example 5,000. This is for the example only. So this is a rough book entry. Please go through this rough book entry, dear students. Transfer of cash from business bank account to private bank account of rupees 5,000. Here in this rough book entry, the owner has transferred the money from business bank account to private bank account, means he has made the drawings from the business. So means here he is transferring the cash of business to his private bank account. Means, so as for this rough book entry, the first one is drawings account. Second one is this one, cash account. Cash account. Look here. Drawings. So personal account. Here the owner, receiver. Owner is the receiver. owner is the receiver. So for that, so instead of writing owner's name, we need to write drawings account. So debit drawings, debit drawings. Come to this side, point number B, cash. It is a thing which comes under real account, which comes under a real account. As per the real account, here the cash goes out, goes out. So now cash is to be credited. So like this. So we can make some more, one more example from this reverse transaction. So let it be. Now I am going to discuss one more example. One more live example that is very important. In the last class we have seen it, but look here, salary paid to Raju of rupees, how much? 10,000. Salary paid to Raju of rupees 10,000. This is a rough book entry, very important. Salary. So it is an expense here. Why? Because we are paying this amount to Raju. Here we have paid to Raju. So here we have paid to Raju means it is an expenses, very important. So that we need to write salary account. Don't write Raju's account. Why? Because we have paid it. So if it is still payable, then only we need to write the Raju's account. So here the word we have used, that paid, means salary is important here. So for what purpose we have paid the money? On the purpose of this one salary only we have paid the money. So that we need to write salary account. Then second one, cash account. Look here, salary, it is an expenses which comes under nominal account. Nominal account. So salary, so it is a nominal account. Salary is an expenses. Expenses and debit. Point number B. So cash, as you all know, it is a things, it is a thing. So it comes under real account. As for the real account, whenever you are paying the money for the salary, means cash goes out. Cash goes out. Goes out. So as per the real account, credit what goes out here, the cash goes out, so that we need to credit the cash account. So like this we need to make some classifications. So we need to make identifications, we need to make somewhat the interpretation and so on and so forth. So like this, these are the better and best examples for debiting and crediting under this one English system. So from the last few videos we have been discussing about how to debit and how to credit from the rough book entries. So keep in mind, dear students, this sentence is a rough book entries. From these rough book entries we need to classify, we need to identify two-fold aspects for the sake of, as per the double entry principles. We need to identify the two-fold aspects. One is for debit, another one is for credit on the nature of this rough book entry. Here initially we have identified the two-fold aspects, and then later on we have classified them and applied the rules. Then it is the interpretation whether it is the debit or credit, and here is also the similar. So like this we can easily identify which one is to be debited and which one is to be credited. So like this, so we have tried a lot of efforts to make these kind of video classes, dear students. So we hope so we are understanding these videos classes. So thank you for watching this video. See you on next videos.